Have you ever seen a dog before? Hi, my name's Alyssa and I'm a Billy fan. If you can see that over there, then obviously. And what happened to uploading consistently? Oopsies. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Honestly, I was so ready to upload consistently. I felt like I was in such like a flow with it. Again, like I was working a lot and then like my health stuff kind of like I got like really dizzy to the point where like I could barely stand up for like a few days, and then the fatigue of that never went away, and I'm still like really tired and dizzy right now, but it's gotten better, luckily. But yeah, just a warning that I'm still like pretty like dizzy, like lightheaded, tired and stuff. So we're gonna try to get through this video, but it might be a little off. But today we're gonna be talking about dog fatigue, and I'm probably late to this topic, but when am I not? I am someone who I own a pug, if you can't see that though. Baby back there. I have a pug. His name's Billy, but we call him Bean. So I would consider myself more of a dog person rather than a cat person. But I do like cats too. Like, I don't hate cats. Honestly, I would like to own a cat. Like, I would consider myself both, but maybe just slightly more of a dog person. Maybe just because the one cat I ever like had was kind of like demonic, I think. So she was low-key scary as shit. She would hide in a toy box I had in my room. Like, I was like a baby when we had this cat. But she would hide in a toy box I had in my room. And she was like a black cat with green eyes. So all I would see was her eyes coming out from like the crack in the toy box where you would like open it. And like anytime I would try to walk past it, she would jump out from the box and like lunge at me. I don't know, like again, I have nothing against cats, just that cat. She's been dead for years, but on the internet recently, there has been a bit of a debate or discussion, and people claiming that they have dog fatigue, which is people who are just tired of seeing dogs all over the place. You know, people have been bringing their dogs into a lot of places because a lot of places have become more pet friendly, specifically dog friendly, which is kind of really what pet friendly means. Which, not saying you technically couldn't bring another pet in there, but most people with dogs just take advantage of pet friendly. You know, you don't really see cats out much, or like fucking lizards out. However, because pet friendly places have become more of a trend and people have been more openly taking their dogs to these places, people have been becoming annoyed with the dogs and the owners, mainly the owners, with how they are allowing their dogs to act at these places. And that has led people to become tired of seeing dogs. They are just mad at the whole species of dogs in general. Personally, I don't think you should be mad at the whole species of dogs in general. I honestly think you should really be mad at the owner of the dog and just either not cleaning up after their dog or allowing their dog to like act like that and not telling them like no, like not training them properly, you know what I mean? But today we're going to look at some videos and some comments on videos, and we're going to decide, do we all have dog fatigue, and should something be done about these dogs?
Dog fatigue is real, and I'm so happy that collectively as a society we're waking up and we're realizing how annoying dog owners are. So the other day I went to the coffee shop because I decided to work from there, and I had a very important Zoom meeting to attend. So I sit down, I have my coffee, I'm ready to go, and this lady walks in with her Kanish, which I'm like, okay, like maybe she's just out here grabbing coffee and leaving, right? No, she sits right next to me, okay? And I'm allergic as hell to dogs, so I'm already like, I'm not liking this at all. Like, have your coffee and go. No, she doesn't have her coffee, no, she opens up a Tupperware that had dog food, pate or whatever, and it smelled like fucking shit. I was literally in my meeting like, bitch, what the fuck? I was like, damn bitch, hurry up, make that pate faster. It fucking smells like shit in here, and it's a cafe, and I have my food, and I have my coffee, like, what's going on? And then her dog hops on the bench, because it was like this booth bench type of situation, hops on the bench, starts going up to me, sniffing me, kind of putting its paws on me. Bitch, I'm in a meeting for work. I was like this, the fuck? And the lady wasn't getting her dog. She was letting her dog sniff me and touch me and whatever, and she was kind of like, aw, aren't you so cute? No, it's not cute. I did not come here thinking that you were gonna bring your fuck-ass dog and that you're gonna make him some fuck-ass pate, and on top of that, you're gonna let him sniff me and touch me and whatever while I'm in a meeting. You can see my laptop screen right here, right? And you can see that I am talking to people for work. Maybe she didn't know it was for work, but come on. Anyways, and then, she makes the pate for the dog, whatnot. The dog, once it was done eating, it jumps back on the booth on the bench and lies right next to me. Literally, we're touching, right? And you think, oh my gosh, so cute. He chose you. Girl, I'm allergic. I really did not want to have a dog right next to me during a meeting. My nose starts to itch. It starts to I have to sneeze and I have to blow my nose in the middle of a meeting. I didn't ask for this. And the lady, she was like, oh, he's such a sweet little boy. He just wants your attention. Hello?
Okay, first of all, bringing dog food into a food establishment like that, especially fancy dog food, it smells horrible. Dog food smells so bad. Why would you want to bring that into that environment? Again, with other people in it too. I don't know if this is gonna come out right, but yes, it definitely is okay to just live your life and not care what other people think, you shouldn't be doing that. But then again, you also have to be aware of the people around you. You can't be doing things that are going to be too disturbing to them, you know what I mean? You can have your fun without ruining other people's fun, you know what I mean? But personally, yeah, if you're in a restaurant or a cafe like this and you smell some nasty ass dog food next to you, that's just subjectively gross. Especially if the person has a really sensitive sense of smell or something like that, that's gross, dude. Again, that fancy shit, especially if it's fucking wet dog food, that stuff is nasty. Second, the dog hopping on the bench and the table and stuff near the table, gross too, because that's where people are eating, where other people are eating. Other people will sit there later. Other people are going to put their food on that table later. And your dog's hair is just gonna be lingering and floating all around. And again, it's this person's dog, so they don't care. But that's not other people's dogs. They don't know where your dog has been. It's completely it's fine that they don't want your dog's paws all over the table that they're gonna be eating at, or on the bench that they're gonna be sitting at. And I mean, you could make the argument that you could just clean it, but again, this girl is sitting directly next to the dog doing this. And when she says that the dog is literally getting up on her, no, that's when you get your dog. Because again, I'm a dog owner and I wouldn't want my dog being on another person. This is just coming from the dog owner's perspective here. Why are you just letting your dog on another person? You know what I mean? I don't want my dog being all over another person, especially that I don't know, a stranger that I don't know. I'm being, do not lick that person. You don't know where they have been. They don't know where you have been. I wouldn't want my dog on another person. This person clearly doesn't want their dog on you. Or, no. This person clearly doesn't want your dog on them. They've done nothing. They have said that they've done nothing up to this point to, instigate, yeah, I want the dog near me. No. If your dog is going around other people, that's when you tug the leash just a tiny bit. Don't strangle your dog, but that's when you kind of tug the leash a bit and be no, get back over here. What are you doing? And again, she said that she was in a meeting. If you're in a meeting for work and you have coffee and food and stuff and a cafe and a dog is crawling all over you, that's disrupting your meeting. Its hair is probably, again, floating all around, getting in your food and stuff. Yeah, that's not her dog. She doesn't know where your dog has been. She might be allergic to dog fur. She can't be, ingesting that. Oh my god, yeah, okay, so she was allergic. Okay, that's even worse. Why did you even bring your dog to the cafe to have your dog eat at a cafe? The dog would have no recollection if it was at a cafe or not. When the dog is eating, you just let the dog lay next to this girl who is clearly doing something on her laptop and is oh, he loves you. He chose you. Why aren't you giving him attention? Pet him and stuff. Girl, I am actively allergic to your dog and I am doing something. I am working on something clearly. Like, it's a thing that people go to cafes and, like, coffee shops and stuff to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's a famously known, like, working environment. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. Like, and why are we disturbing people? Like, I feel like, yeah, there's certain types of people who don't mind being talked to, but, like, I feel like it's just a thing where, like, if someone's on a laptop, leave them alone. Like, this one I feel like is definitely more on the owner, which I feel like we will see more of. Yeah, why did you, again, your dog isn't going to know the difference between eating his, like, dinner at a cafe or eating it at home. So why didn't you just leave your dog at home? Like, and what was the lady doing during this? Was she just watching her dog eat? Like, why did we bring the dog to the cafe? Why couldn't we have done this at home? So the dog's just eating his food like he knows to. I don't know. I feel like some dogs are just friendly. You know what I mean? Like, they just, like being against people. Like, if the dog just liked her or whatever and wanted to, like, be close to her, like, that's just what the dog does. But it's on the owner to say, no, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You know, tug at the leash, pull the dog away, you know, train the dog to be like, no, you can't just do that without being, like, guided to first. You know, that's what Bean does. He sees other people when we're out for walks. He'll try to go towards them. You just tug on the leash a tiny bit, and he mostly stays back on track, you know? Like, it's just so easy to just keep your dog with you, and that's just not what this lady was doing. And if you have a dog, why didn't you sit in a more isolated area? Like, you have to understand when you have a dog that not everybody's gonna like your dog. Like, I understand that not everyone's gonna like my dog. I love my dog. Not everyone's gonna like my dog. My dog is very affectionate. My dog loves to be right up against people. That is not everyone's thing. Some people like a more distant dog. Like, my dog's very much a little lap dog. That's why I got a pug. Some people don't like that, and that's fine. That's just what I like, you know? It's just, there's a different breed for every single person. Some people don't even like dogs, and that's fine. And you just have to understand that. Not everyone's gonna look at your dog and think that's cute. Just the same way not everyone is gonna look at a kid and be like, oh my god, that's the cutest kid I've ever seen in my life. I want to babysit it and wave at it and treat it like it's the cutest thing in the world. Because, like, wasn't there a video or something where a parent was, like, complaining that people, like, weren't waving or, like, talking to her kid in public when the kid was talking to them? It's like, yeah, I mean, sometimes if a kid waves at me, I'll wave back. But, like, if a kid tries to, like, come up to me and talk to me, I'll be like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of awkward, you know? Like, girl, I'm just here to grab, like, an Alani to sneak into the movie theater next door. Like, I'm not trying to have a conversation with your kid. Especially that I don't know, because what do I do when the kid starts telling me about their parents' divorce? Like, okay, some of you cat owners need to chill out in the comments of this video, though. Like, being like, I fucking hate dogs. They're the fucking worst thing ever. Cats are so much better. Okay, maybe chill out a little bit. Again, it's all personal preference. If someone chooses to have a dog, dogs are more high maintenance than cats, usually. That's their choice. You don't need to fucking hate dogs and hope they all go to hell because you personally didn't want to deal with a more high maintenance animal.
I have dog fatigue. I have dog fatigue really bad. I am sick and tired of dogs. And I'm so over how normalized, specifically in America. I can't say how it is in other countries because I don't live in another country, but in America, we are too dog friendly. Every space is not a safe space for dogs. And I don't know what possesses dog owners to think that every single establishment on planet Earth is a place to bring their dog. One time I was at the fucking bar. I was at a bar with my friends and people had dogs in. And what happened? One dog went up to another dog and tried to fucking attack it. And this is the thing too. Not only do you have your dog in an establishment where people are drinking, having fun, the damn dog didn't have a leash. Why is your dog in a bar? Like, I don't get it. I don't fucking. And then people think this shit is cute. Like, at this point, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I think y'all bring your dogs out in public for attention. I really think it's an attention. I think you guys are attention starved and are looking for it because generally, what possesses you to bring a dog to a bar? Like, we need to stop this. We need to stop this. Leave the damn dog at home because then this is how people and other animals get attacked. Now, do I think that the other person should have their dog in the bar? No. But I'll give them credit to the fact that the dog was leashed and the dog was sitting by the owner's feet, and the other dog just came up to it and tried to attack it. But it's just like, leave the damn dog. You know, we wouldn't have to worry about dogs attacking people if y'all would just leave them at home.
I do 1000% agree that if you bring your dog any place, it should be on a leash. Like, if you have it just walking, or even if you have it in one of those little strollers, I think it should be hooked to the stroller so that it doesn't jump out. because like dogs are crazy. They can like if they get one bad vibe from another dog, they'll attack. They will like they're crazy. Like especially like certain kinds of dogs. Like I'm talking about those super tiny like Chihuahua dogs. Like I feel like they instigate fights with bigger dogs by like growling at them and staring them down and stuff. And then that's what causes the bigger dogs to attack them. And then the owner is like, no, but the other dog is so much bigger, so it couldn't have been my little baby. Like, no. Those things are scary. But yeah, I do think dogs should be leashed almost anywhere, honestly. Like, no matter how much you think your dog is trained to walk beside you and stuff, just take safety precautions, you know? Like, if they see something eye-catching, they could go darting at it, no matter how trained you think they are. I remember my mom's stepmom actually did this with our golden retriever Pumpkin a few years ago, where she took him out one time without a leash while my mom and my pop-pop were out in the front yard setting something up. And my mom was like, where's his leash? And my mom's stepmom was like, oh, he doesn't need that. I never take him out with a leash. My mom's like, go get his leash. Like, we're out on like High Street. Like, get his leash. Safe to say we never let her take him out again after that because we have no idea how long she was just letting him go without a leash. But I definitely do think half of it's for attention, you know, because a lot of people do stop and look at dogs because, like, they're objectively, most people do find dogs pretty cute. You know, people do stop, and a lot of the time, sometimes, like, kids and stuff will ask to pet the dog and stuff, or, like, the dog will get compliments and stuff. So I do think part of it's an attention thing. Because, like, if you're just taking your dog on a walk, like, through, like, the street, like, sidewalks and stuff, and, like, in the park, yeah, I can get that, like, maybe if you have a really energetic dog who just, like, likes to walk and go out and stuff. But, like, if you're bringing your dog into, like, stores and stuff, like, not the pet store, but, like, maybe even the pet store, because, like, does your dog really have to go to the pet store with you? Like, unless you're just walking around after you get him, like, groomed or something. But, like, if you're just walking around, like, an actual, like, store, like, the mall with your dog, like, what's the point? Like, why does your dog have to be there? Like, no offense, it's kind of probably overwhelming for the dog. And, like, it doesn't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, it probably can't comprehend the fact that they're in, like, TJ Maxx. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know, oh, okay, I'm in a store right now. Like, I'm in Walmart shopping for clothes. Like, no, they don't know that. It's a video of somebody who went to go watch the new Backrooms movie. Peak movie, by the way. And someone brought their dog to see the movie, and apparently it was barking, like, the entire movie, and it was just borderline unwatchable because, yeah, it's really annoying to watch a movie with a dog barking the entire time. I am just gonna say it straight out. If you cannot watch a movie without your dog, wait till it comes on streaming. Your dog does not have to watch the movie. Your dog does not understand what's going on in the movie. Your dog is only reacting to the noises of the movie, honestly. Like, they can't really comprehend too much what's going on screen, maybe, like, the colors and stuff. But, like, again, they don't understand it. So they're reacting to the noises and stuff. That's probably why the dog's barking, because it's a horror movie. Horror movies are kind of loud. And that is just ruining the experience for other people, because if your dog is barking throughout, like, the entire movie, that is so distracting. Like, that's crazy. And for the employees in the theater who are gonna have to clean up, like, dog fur and shit out of the seats, like, I am honestly unless this person, like, disguised their dog as a service dog, which I feel like it is an issue with people disguising their dogs like fake service dogs. Unless that's what they did to get their dog into the theater, I don't understand how they did that. Or, honestly, the theater shouldn't even let them do that, because, like, I really think that they probably disguised their dog as a service dog or passed it off as an emotional support dog. Because how, as a theater employee, is a dog gonna bark throughout an entire movie and you just have to let it happen? Like, I really think they probably pass it off as like an emotional support dog or something, so they literally couldn't say anything because then they were gonna be like called out for like, what would it be, like discrimination or something? Like,
dog fatigue really is a study on codependency, because why is your dog everywhere? Maybe your dog wants to be alone. Your dog doesn't need to be in the dentist. Your dog doesn't need to be in a restaurant. Like, that's a health code violation. Aren't we aware of that? Did we ever think about that? And also, when you try to tell them, like, hey, can you take control of your dog? They're so mean about it. Why are you so mean about it? Your dog is being a nuisance to everybody. Your dog is jumping up on the counter. It's crazy. It actually is one of the biggest things that pisses me off. Like, I was in the airport yesterday, and this girl was bringing it out. I know we have to bring our dogs, but there is a difference between an emotional support dog and a service animal. There just is. I don't know. It's become a problem. It's become a really big problem.
I definitely do think that there is a difference between an emotional support animal and a service dog. 'Cause I don't know if it's just like the reputation that people who fake having emotional support animals have gotten, but emotional support animals just seem so much like less legit than actual service dogs. Like, to me, if you needed an animal with you at all times for like anxiety or PTSD or something like that, it would be an actual certified service dog, and you wouldn't just have to be like, oh, he's an emotional support animal, trust. Like, it would be certified. You know what I mean? So when people say, I need him for emotional support, it just seems like fake. You know what I mean? Like, if you really did need a dog at all times for emotional support, why did you not get the dog, like, certified? You know what I mean? Why is the dog acting like it needs more emotional support than you do? Like, and the guy in this video says that, like, he was annoyed with someone bringing a dog to the airport. That's different, I feel like, because there's many different reasons why someone needs to bring a dog to the airport. Like, personally, I'm thinking, like, what if the person's, like, moving to a different state or something? Like, if they're moving somewhere where they need to fly, like, yeah, bring your dog with you. Like, I mean, if you're bringing your dog just to bring your dog on, like, a 1-week vacation, like, you really had to do that. But, like, other than that, like, I don't see too much of an issue with it. I mean, I do wish there was a better way for dogs to fly. I don't know, I definitely agree that dogs shouldn't be at restaurants, though, because, again, like, that's open food, and just, like, the shedding and stuff, and, like, that stuff, the hair floats through the air. Again, if you have a dog, you know that, like, that it's floating all over the place. Like, it's not confined to that one area. I feel like after 2020 especially, more places became really pet friendly. And let me look that up real quick, because I kind of do want to know, like, why places became a lot more pet friendly recently. Oh, okay. So this says that it's because pets have become seen as more family members more than just animals. And it says that it is because of the post-pandemic lifestyle. It says that it actually increases foot traffic in places. And some people say that they think it's because places want to avoid backlash from not including dogs. I mean, that's pretty interesting. Personally, you can definitely see dogs as members of your family, or any pets as, like, members of your family. You know, like, you can see pets as more than just a thing you own. You know what I mean? Because they're a living being that you take care of and stuff. But you do have to realize that there is a difference between you and them. Again, some dog-friendly places are fine, and you can take your dog out, too, if, like, some place is holding a special event for dogs. Like, I do think that that's fine. But just taking your dog out to, like, the store or a restaurant, like, especially a really big dog, like, some of those dogs, like, they need a whole table to themselves, like. So this is a video of a very large dog in a coffee shop, and it is hopping on the table, it is jumping and stuff, and no with that, honestly, because, again, That is where the food is made. That the hair is going to drift, even if it's a short hair dog. Like the paws, its germs are going to drift. This is a food establishment. And even though some people might not find it that big of a deal, some people literally just cannot take that risk. You know, they have like certain like autoimmune disease. You know, some people are allergic to dogs. They like cannot ingest like the germs and that bacteria and stuff. And like in the video, the dog is literally like almost knocking over the drink. Like, it's gonna cause a mess. Like, and what was the reason? Like, literally, what was the reason that your dog had to come to the coffee shop with you? Like, if you were out taking your dog for a little stroll and you decided, hey, I want to go get coffee, there wasn't a better way you could have done that. Like, and there's 2 people there. I'm assuming this is like a couple. One person couldn't have waited outside with the dog. You had to bring the dog in. You couldn't have just been like, okay, maybe I'll plan better next time. Like you had to bring the dog in. And again, it's jumping on the counter and stuff. Clearly, like, not trained too well. Which, like, again, my dog's not trained too well either. I mean, like, he's not horrible. But again, that's why I don't bring him places. Because...
Of course not. You know Walmart's not pet friendly, right? No, they're not. That's not a service dog. Is that why it's pulling all over the place? Right, that's why she's not listening to you, pulling you. You have to drag her away. Maisel. Nah, she wants to fucking attack us. Yeah, you should probably take your dog and do training, because that's fucking atrocious. You're about to get hit by a car because your dog can't behave. That's wild.
So that was a video of somebody who, I think they had a service dog with them. I just don't think you could see it in the video. But when they were walking into Walmart with their service dog, another dog came out and immediately was like lunging at the other dog and trying to attack the dog. You could just clearly tell that that was not a service dog, because service dogs don't do that to each other. I personally imagine whenever 2 service dogs pass each other, they like give each other like a little like head nod and stuff. Like, they're very chill. But clearly that was not a service dog. And somebody said that that dog that was the attacker was actually pregnant. It said it looked like it was pregnant. It says so that's probably why it was very aggressive. But if your dog is aggressive like that, leave it at home. And like, if your dog is pregnant or has a health issue where it can't go out, don't bring it out. Or like, where it can't be left alone, don't bring it out. You know what I mean? Like, if your dog can't be left alone because of a certain issue, get your stuff delivered. That's your issue to deal with. It's your dog.
Hear me out. So I love dogs, but y'all need to stop bringing them everywhere. So I was vending at a craft fair today, and this lady bought this direwolf in. It was barking at people. It almost bit someone's child. Just doing the most. She ended up having to take it out. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, stop bringing your dogs everywhere. This little dog was barking at people in that bag. Now, this was actually a service dog. It was very chill. It was a Dalmatian. I've never seen a Dalmatian service dog. Now, this lady had 2 little dogs in the stroller. She was carrying another one. There was another dog that was just purely exhausted. Let the dog stay home.
So this was a video of a girl at a craft show who was a vendor, and noticed that there were a lot of dogs being brought into a craft. Why do your dogs need to go to craft shows? They don't understand what's going on. If your dog literally cannot be left alone, that is your issue. Like, find someone to be with it if you really want to go, or don't go. And she says that, like, I think, like, basically all these dogs are barking. That can be very annoying to deal with after a while. And some of these dogs are big. Like, if they're in a stroller, they're probably not too destructive. Again, especially unless they jump out. Like, unless they're not, like, leashed in there, right? They're probably fine. But, like, if those dogs are, some of them are pretty big. And the lady making this video, she has, like, candles. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know if you can see that, but, like, that's a candle. That's, like, glass on her table. Like, if one of them knocked into a table with, like, candles and, like, glass, like, stuff on that, all of that person's art is just, like, shattered. You know what I mean? Like, they can knock over some, like, really, like, breakable, like, stuff, and, like, that person's art at this craft show, assuming it's not 3D printed. Call back to my last video, hey. But, like, all of that's just broken. You know what I mean? Like, that's so destructive. Like, they don't need to be there. They don't need to be there. Like, they're gonna break something. Like, their tail wags one direction too much, like, it's all gone. And, like, why do you want to take that risk?
Pet friendly.
Can my dog see your dog?
No, it's not pet friendly in here. Oh, your dog hasn't been attacked. That dog just went at my actual service dog.
Huh?
That dog just went at my service dog.
This service dog?
This service dog, that's not. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
This is a video of somebody with a service dog getting attacked by a fake service dog at Walmart. And yeah, again, fake service dogs and like fake emotional support animals unfortunately are a very big problem. And you can definitely spot a fake service dog and stuff because, first of all, the vest is just gonna look fake. Second of all, they're gonna be barking like this again. Service dogs are trained very well. They go through crazy good training. You know, like, only the best are picked to help out people who really need it for all kinds of medical issues. And a service dog isn't going to attack another service dog, you know? Like, again, they give a little head nod, if anything. Like, they both know what they're doing. They're on duty. And you notice in these videos when service dogs are being attacked by regular dogs, the service dog doesn't even, like, retaliate. It doesn't, like, react, really. It, like, goes with the owner to try to get away from the situation. Like, that is how good these dogs are trained. So, automatically, you can spot when a service dog is fake. And that is why non-service dogs really shouldn't be allowed in stores, too. Like, just regular dogs. Because this is disrupting service dogs, like, work. You know what I mean? And again, it's kind of just like common sense, where if you don't have a well-trained dog, you need to see that your dog isn't trained well with around like other dogs or like other people, and just be like, okay, so this dog stays at my house, you know, when it needs to go outside, it stays in the yard, you know, like if I need to take it for a longer walk, we need to go when like not many people are out, you know what I mean? Like, you just need to judge that for yourself. Like, you can't just be like, well, my dog, I do what I want with it. Everyone else's problem to conform to my dog. Like, no, especially when your dog is really aggressive like that. So this is actually the video that kind of inspired me to make this video, because I originally wasn't going to cover this topic, which is why I'm kind of late to it. But this is the video that inspired me to make this one. This is a video of a dog in the pet store, and it's kind of just going crazy.
Oh. Shit, no. Jojo already knows where to go, leading the way. All right, Jojo, don't be blowing a big bag now. Yo, already? Jojo, stop. There's no way you did that again. Oh my God, it's been like 3 seconds. You want to go to the bathrooms for some reason. This look like the back rooms, Jojo. I don't think we allowed in here too. Oh. Shit, no. No, let him be, Jojo. Oh my goodness. Damn, Jojo, you probably just gave him heart attacks. Oh my goodness, another piss. Jojo, you can't be pissing in here. In the same exact spot as last time. Look what you got me doing. Yeah, you should be ashamed. Smell? A sample? Oh, good. Damn. All right, we gotta buy it first. No. Yeah, he's back. There you go. Carry it to the register. Can't eat it right now. We gotta pay for it. What we about to do? Pay for nothing? Jojo. Oh my goodness. Really about to eat it. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Jojo. This is what's left. I guess we gotta pay for nothing. We just paid for a wrapper now. All your favorites are in stock, JoJo. Oh yeah, in a second, yeah. Damn, oh my god. Keep your paws to yourself, JoJo. Yeah, okay, a little sample.
You sit for it? You need something.
Damn.
My man.
Always got me.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't know. I personally wouldn't let my dog act like that in a store, even a pet store. Because, like, yeah, it's a pet store, so I understand why pets are in pet stores. Why would you let your dog pee on the shelves, on the product? And it did, to his credit, it did look like he tried to clean it up, but still, the dog still peed on the shelves, on the product. Just letting the dog do it, too. It's like, if my dog started to pee, I recognize that, and I, like, tug on his leash, and he stops. And I'd take him outside and be like, no, we're doing this outside. Like, I walk my dog around outside before I take him inside places like the vet to make sure that he does not pee on the floor, or, like, shit on the floor and stuff like that. The dog barking at the poor little guinea pig, like, they have little hearts. Like, that's gonna scare the shit out of him. And, like, why are you just looking at your dog and going, yo, bro, what? Like, no, control your fucking dog. Like, it's not funny. If my dog started barking at an animal like that, I'd be like, hey, get away, you're gonna, like, kill it. Its heart is so small. Like, loud sounds like that are probably gonna make it stop. And then, I don't know, I just kind of feel iffy about just letting the dog eat treats in the store that you haven't paid for yet. I know he did pay for them, but, like, I don't know. Like, again, I have taken my dog in a pet store before, but it's only after he's gotten groomed or when we, like, picked him up from, like, one of the store's pet hotels. So, like, we did, like, kind of let him pick out his own, like, treats and stuff, like, whichever one he was, like, drawn towards. But we didn't let him eat it. It was packaged. Like, we gave it to him when we got home. However, amidst all the bad dogs and bad dog owners specifically, I really do blame most of the owners in this situation. There are people who are defending dogs, and they say stuff such as, better than annoying dirty kids. It's crazy that people get so irritated about dogs being places that are dog friendly, especially when the dog is good, saying that they like seeing dogs in places, and just arguing that they bring their dog everywhere and their dog is good and they haven't had any issues. Personally, I do think that a lot of it comes down to preference of whether you like dogs or not, but most of it I think does come down to the owners and how their dogs act, because a lot of the owners just let their dogs do whatever. And yes, I understand loving your dog and wanting to treat it like family and seeing it as family, but that does include actually training your dog, giving it consequences for when it does stuff wrong. But if you are going to take your dog out in public, it does need to know how to behave, and you have to recognize when your dog does not know how to behave. And unfortunately, most of these owners just seem like they've never told their dog that they were doing something bad in their life. And I understand that it can be hard to, like, I'm getting tired, I can't form a thought now. Final thoughts is, I think it's kind of more of an owner problem. I do think people are hating on dogs a little too much, like some of you guys are being a little too mean to the dogs. I think it's more just the owner problem. Like, the dogs didn't choose to come to these places, you know? Like, they're gonna follow their owner, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't, like, wake up one day and are like, I'm gonna go to this cafe and I'm gonna dance on the table. Like, no, their owner took them to this cafe, and they probably, like, jump up on the table at their house and have never been told to not do that. So when they see a table, that's just what they think is normal. I do definitely understand how it can be frustrating, though, and I definitely agree that dogs should not be everywhere, and as much as they are. And I think that even if your dog is well, like, trained and well behaved, there are still some places that it shouldn't be, and people are still allergic and stuff. So bringing them into places, especially, like, really tight spaces where the dog can't really be avoided and stuff, is just pretty, like, selfish and not in a good way, you know what I mean? But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that dogs should be left at home and never go out again and see the sunlight? Or do you think that dogs should go everywhere? If you like this video, then like the video. maybe watch another video and then consider subscribing. I don't know, just consider it. All my links will be down below, along with all of the links to the videos used in this video. Sorry if you hear my stomach growling in this video. I'm a little hungry. Thank you guys for how well my last video did. That was crazy. Again, I had some health stuff going on. Happened at like the worst time because I really wanted to keep consistently uploading, especially after that video did so well, but like just had to happen at the worst time. But hopefully I can keep uploading consistently, and at least semi-consistently. I want to do at least once a week. If I could do more, that would be great. But yeah, I think that's it. So, bye.